Hey guys, welcome back to 999. It's been a little bit. I think I said I was going to do something a little bit more recently, but it's just been busy, busy, busy. That being said, we should be able to get a bit done tonight. And last time, let's go ahead and take a look really quick at our flow chart. Wrong button. As of right now, the mouse isn't doing the weird thing again, so we're just gonna play with it until it does, and then I'll switch back over to the keyboard controls. Let's see. Okay, so we had an option between the 1, 6, and the 2 door, and we picked the 6 door. And I remember a little bit what happens in this one, but I don't know if this leads to the true end or not. Either way, we haven't completed the criteria for getting the true end, so it doesn't really matter, but regardless, we're going to go ahead and get started. Now, we are in the engine room, the boiler room, and we're going to take a look around. It's warming up a little bit now, so I've got my fan on. Hopefully that's not too loud. I've got it pointed away from the microphone, so it shouldn't be, but we'll see. Anyway, let's go ahead and start taking a look around. I don't think I really looked at anything last time. This pillar goes up towards the ceiling. Good work. I'd say this is probably here to move coal from place to place. It probably comes from over there. And then the belt carries it down the tunnel and out of here. So if the conveyor belt was moving, yes, the coal would almost certainly come out here. Okay. It's a square hole. Nothing in here. Ah, look at the back wall there. I can see 3 small slots. Terminals for some sort of connector, perhaps. You mean you think we're supposed to plug something in here? Perhaps. Yeah, it looks like it. Look at that button. It's glowing orange, right? That's gotta mean something. I guess pressing it is the best way to find out if it does anything, Santa. Nothing. Alright. Small square door. Doesn't help me much. Can't click on the hooks. It's a tunnel that goes all the way across the ship. And that's the conveyor belt, not conveying anything. Pillar. Okay, I think we're done here. Let's see. I'd like to look at the map, actually, to get an idea of where we're in. So, we're in, like, a large rectangular room with the boiler being in the middle, and we can, like, walk around the edges of it, it looks like. Man, this thing is huge. I guess a ship this big needs something like that to power it. What happened at the end of the last one? Or the last stream? It won't let me pull up the flowchart. Let's see. We finished up the operating room. I don't think anything really noteworthy happened in the operating room. A small group of people, including Clover, went into the 3 door where her brother was not doing too well. And and so now she's pretty upset, understandably. And I think, so we had the option to pick between 3 different doors. One was the, I think, 2 door that we picked for that first ending, and as far as I can tell, it would lead back to the first ending. There was the 1 door and the 6 door, and we made it for the 6 door. I don't think anything really big happened last time that I can remember off the top of my head. Anyway. True, but I doubt a single boiler of this size could actually move a ship like this at any reasonable speed. You'd need at least 3, no, 4 of these. Huh. I guess you know a lot about boats, huh? Well, not really. It's just common sense, you know? It's a massive furnace for this boiler. There's a door built in it near the bottom where you can put coal in. I believe this opening is for fueling the furnace. If we were to put some coal in here and ignite it, then the steam engine might start working? It's certainly possible. Alright, so maybe we need to do that? Sorry, I had to clear my throat again. Alright. I'll have to look out for some coal, bottom of massive boiler. Stairs stretch from the catwalk to the boiler. There are a number of these little windows along the inside of this thing. I think you're supposed to put coal in these, but they're welded shut. We found all doors except 9. Yeah, I believe we have. I believe we have encountered all of them except the 9th one. They're welded shut. I don't think we can get these open. We've encountered all of them. We haven't been through all of them, mind you. The conveyor belt comes out of a sort of arch-shaped tunnel. Did the original game have the little UI elements on the side? These little, like, rotating blue things? I don't know. Kind of curious about that one. Okay. A golden gear. It doesn't look like it was always golden like this. Well then, I imagine it was prepared especially for this game. This gear is rusty, but it looks like it's still pretty sturdy. Looks like there's a door over here in this tunnel. The belt over there must deliver the coal, which is then picked up and thrown into this door. The door appears to be welded shut, however. Conveyor belt, okay. This is the huge oven for this boiler. There are 3 open areas in it. Each of the open areas has a gear in it. This is where the coal goes. Or would go if all 3 of these things hadn't rested shut. I keep moving the mouse just to see if it's going to start lagging up. It looks like it is a little bit. Uh-oh. It's happening. Yep. If I keep doing it, oh man, that happened quick. Okay. Back to keyboard controls. They're just like imprecise is the problem. There's a pair of wooden boxes here. There's nothing in them. There's a pair of boxes. Look, Ace! It's some kind of snowman secret meeting. Those are just bags full of sand. Use them as a counterweight when you're lifting something with a pulley system. Man, you're too serious. Ha ha ha. Okay, this one's notably not gold. It's a silver gear. Do you think it's made of pure silver? No way. Silver's way too soft to use for a gear. It's gotta be steel or an iron gear that's been coated with silver. Shouldn't have called it a silver gear then. Shouldn't have got your hopes up. Were you thinking you'd haul this thing back? Nah, but I think 7 could probably carry it, don't you? Okay, let's check out these stairs, I guess. This room is a little bit confusing in its layout. Okay. There's a thick iron door blocking our way. You'd think this is... Yes. It looks like the exit. Looks like this door slides up into the ceiling. What's this? Given its placement, this must unlock the door to the left. There's a weird indentation on the top of this thing. Do you think that means you have to insert something here? Yes, I would imagine so. Okay, well, I don't have anything to do with that yet. I was actually trying to back up. Okay. There are a number of wooden boxes piled up at the bottom of the stairs. They're all empty. Good to know. Oh man, Junpei, I can't believe I missed something so important. What's so important? Look at those stairs. Look at them carefully. That gap. That height. That angle. It's perfect. Perfect? Perfect for what? Whatever, just bring Clover here right now. Tell her she needs to walk up and down these stairs. Huh? Clover's not here. What the hell is he talking about? Oh, Junpei, you. Okay. Let's get ourselves back over here. Okay, now we can go up these stairs. Attention. The slider is down. Well, let's see if I can get this thing to go anywhere. Man. No dice. This thing isn't going anywhere. The slider's down. Looks like Santa wants to give this one a shot. Yeah, I was wondering that, you know. So, the little animations are a new thing. I wouldn't say necessarily detracts, but I do not remember, like, so, I'll show you guys in a bit. You've probably seen it already, but when you're trying to click around on the screen and the indentations get onto the edges, it's a little harder to see what you're clicking on. And I didn't remember that from the original game. Although, generally speaking, they don't ever put much of anything important, like, right at the edge of the screen. Ah, dang it. Nothing. This thing won't budge. The slider's down. I guess Ace feels like giving it a try. Nothing. It won't move at all. Okay, this one's got a box on it. 3 sliders on the left are down. But this one's up. There are a number of lines engraved in these. I suspect we are meant to do something rather specific with them. Junpei, why don't you move that slider down? Well, there's no harm in trying, I suppose. Nothing. Nothing happened. Maybe it needs to be prepared somehow. You're saying if we did something somewhere else, it'd respond somehow? Yes, I suppose that's one way of putting it. Good to know. These 2 columns are different from the others. The lights are red. Probably because it's up rather than down. Okay, can we do anything with the bottom? No. Attention. I don't know what we're calling attention to, but attention. Alright, we're going to keep going up. So now we're on the catwalk above the boilers. Hey, Junpei, where are you going? The only thing in there is a closed number door. Kinda pointless to go back, huh? Yeah, it sure is. So, like, let's say I wanted to... there's nothing up there, but let's say I wanted to click on something up here. Or something down here. It's not that you can't do it, but there's, like, a little bit of a, you know, like a layer over it. And so it's harder to tell what I'm looking at behind that thing. Just, it's not... I wouldn't say it's bad, it's just weird. We aren't going to get anywhere with the pile of boxes here. What the hell's in these things anyway? They're way too heavy to move. Looks like there's a few more doors over there. These boxes are going to make things difficult. Perhaps we should use the scaffolding instead? Alright. Alright, not a lot to look at. There's several catwalks spidering across the walls of the room. Okay, guess we'll have to go with this one. One of the doors on the furnace. There's an A on it. There's a circular wheel in the center of the door. Alright, let's give that sucker a twist. Well, it's noisy, but it opens. And it's totally pitch black in there. We should, go in here. Alright. Let's go. This looks just like the door we went into. Where are we? We must be on the other side, yes? Which would put us directly above the conveyor belt. At any rate, we should keep moving. There's a great deal we've yet to investigate. Indeed there is. The furnace for the enormous boiler. It says A on the door. Alright. So we have a C over here and some more boxes. There are a whole bunch of boxes in my way. I can't get through. Catwalk, you can see some scaffolding in the wall over there. Alright, so this allows us to go through the boiler again and get around some more boxes. There's a wooden box hanging beneath the catwalk. This looks like a hand-operated winch. But it doesn't look like there's any way to operate it. That means the wheel isn't attached. Alright, so we need to find like a wheel or a crank for this. The hand-operated winch. I don't see a wheel to operate it though. And more boxes. These dang boxes are blocking my way. Alright. There's a wooden box at the end of the rope hanging from the winch. It looks like there's something in the box. Okay, so if we want to get to that, one of the great metal ribs of the ship, I think June's resting right underneath it. If we want to be able to get to that, we need to get a wheel or something. I think there was another direction to go. No, that was on the A side. So back through, okay. So we turn back, we can look at A, but I think we can keep going to B if we wanted. Well, anyway, it looks like that's the pipe. Looks like the bottom connects to the conveyor belt housing. Then coal must come out of this pipe, onto the conveyor belt. In other words, there must be a great deal of coal in that pipe. Okay, so maybe we can turn on the conveyor belt and get some coal we needed. The catwalk. There are a number of boxes on the catwalk. I don't think we can go over there. I know there's a lot of boxes here. They really are a problem. Alright, through the B door. I'm really glad these are opening on the other side. It looks like you need to twist them to get them open, but they just happen to be open on the other side. Alright. The stairs back down should be on the other side of these boxes. You have an excellent memory. Use that to draw a map inside your head. That way you won't get lost. This isn't that big of a room. And I feel like, honestly, if we really wanted to, we could take a somewhat unsteady, but shortcut around these boxes. Hanging slightly over the edge, you know? A huge furnace for a bigger boiler. There are 3 doors in it. What would be the point of having doors in these? Other than being able to walk through. Obviously, you could use the catwalk on a regular basis, I'd imagine. Why would you have doors in it? Of course, then again, I don't know a lot about furnaces and boilers, so maybe that's totally normal. Anyway, more catwalk. This supports and braces the side of the ship. It's not a ladder, even though it looks a lot like a ladder. Alright, there is a wheel. This winch looks like the other one we saw earlier. Although this one has a wheel on it. Alright, let's give this wheel a spin. What? That's weird. I don't feel any resistance. Ah! Oh! It's a wheel that seems to be part of the winch. There's some pegs on the back that look like they go into the holes on the winch. Good job, genius. You broke it. I didn't break it. It broke all by itself. There's a couple of posts in the back that look like they fit into holes in the winch. These little shafts are too small for this big hole. It's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway, to be honest. If that's the case, then that wheel wasn't originally part of this winch. Then that means that it's meant for a different one. There are a whole bunch of boxes blocking the way here. Alright. There's a lot of walking around, but I wouldn't say this is like a puzzle in any real sense. Okay, through the C one. And we can use our newfound wheel on this winch. There's no wheel to turn. Oh yeah, I've got the wheel I pulled off the other winch, don't I? Let's see if it fits. Sweet, it's a perfect fit. Like they were made for each other. Not shaky at all. Good. I should be able to turn this now. Good work, Junpei. We should be able to haul up the wooden box now. You see the wooden box? It's under the catwalk. Can you see it? It's hanging from the rope on the winch, isn't it? It looks like there's some sort of device in the box. I'm not sure what it is. At any rate, you might as well turn that wheel now. I'm counting on you. That was a lot of work. Just let me turn the wheel, old man. All right, I'll turn the wheel. What's this? What happened? This wheel only turns to the left. It only turns to the left? That means we can't reel up that rope. Yeah. We can only let the rope down. Interesting. I don't think that will be a problem. We will simply pad the length of this room by going down the stairs. I will be counting on you, Junpei. Sure thing. No sweat. Alright.
I believe the box has reached the floor.
I believe you may be correct.
Yeah.
He stuck his head out over the side of the catwalk and looked down. The box that had only recently hung just below the catwalk now sat on the floor. It had come to rest near the end of the tunnel that covered the conveyor belt.
June's down over by there.
Junpei could see her, still leaning against the wall, as if she barely had the strength to sit up. Even from so far away, it was not difficult to see that she had not improved. He almost thought he could see heat rising from her body.
She doesn't seem to be improving.
Ace's expression was inscrutable, but he'd said what they'd all been thinking.
Well, of course not. She's not gonna just get better right away, you know? It'll take time.
He tried desperately to convince himself that what he'd said was true.
What could be causing this, I wonder? Illness, perhaps?
Nah, it's gotta be exhaustion.
Santa's response was confident and certain.
She gets dropped into some weird-ass shit, forced to play some messed-up game. If you think about it, it's a lot weirder that we aren't freaking out just like her, you know?
So you're saying we're abnormal?
Yeah. We're just running around this room, solving all these puzzles like it's just business as usual.
Yeah, you know, when you say it like that, yeah.
How the hell could you call that normal? We're just guinea pigs.
Santa snorted in disgust.
A guinea pig? You mean like a lab rat?
Yep, that's sort of like what a guinea pig is, but not really.
You mean we're being used for some sort of experiment? Is that what you're saying?
Dunno. But it does seem like a possibility, you know?
I mean, if you told somebody they were a part of an experiment, then it would likely skew the results, you know? Anyway, they stood there for a few more minutes, no one speaking until Santa turned and walked away from the winch. Junpei and Ace followed him. Okay. So yeah, I guess there's an idea that we could be a part of some kind of experiment here. That would kind of make sense, you know, like, generally speaking, you don't tell, if you're trying to get like a truly non-biased, maybe that, I don't know if that's the right word, but a truly non-biased experiment going, you can't tell all the people that they're in an experiment, you know? Oh, I see. Okay. So that would sort of make sense. Okay. I think it was over here the box thing was? No, it must be a different corner. These boxes were already here. That box. Control panel for something. Does have those 3 weird marks on the back. Some kind of machine. Maybe a control panel? Alright, well that's going to be easy enough to figure out. Maybe this hole is where the control panel goes. Well, there's only one way to find out. In you go. Dude, you did it. Everything looks alright. Okay, but what do we do now? Why don't you press the button next to it? The orange one? Yes. Alright, I'll do that. Pushing. sweet! All sorts of lights are lighting up on this thing. And oh, yes, I think I just heard something turn on. Oh? What's that? What happened? Junpei, look! The conveyor belt's moving. The conveyor belt? Well, I guess it's done moving now. There's still a bunch of coal in the belt, though. It looks like a bunch of it got dumped off the end of the belt into that wooden box where we found the control panel. Coal. Coal, huh? Well, that's actually what we needed. Since the belt started moving, it's transported quite a bit of coal. It all drops off the left end of the belt, right into the wooden box. Box filled with coal. A wooden box full of coal. Guess there's really only one thing we can do with this stuff. Burn it, right? Okay. Let's, think this way. Yeah, okay. Coal into the hole. There's a hole that'll let us put coal into the furnace. Maybe if we can get some coal in there and set it on fire. Okay, let's do it. Alright, that's the last of it. No coal left in the wooden box. And nothing. Great. Well, I guess I should have expected that. Why would just throwing coal into a cold furnace do anything? Oh, well, a man can dream. Junpei, explain it to me again. You're planning to stoke the furnace with coal, which will heat the water stored up in there and make steam, which will then drive something else. Am I correct? In other words, you want to generate enough pressure with the steam to power the turbine. And drive the steam engine, right? Yeah, I guess that's the gist of it. Well, in that case, this isn't enough coal. This furnace is enormous. So we're going to need a whole hell of a lot more coal than this. Very well then, if the three of us work together, then we should manage to fill it much faster. I want to help too. Man, I totally didn't even see her walk up. Are you feeling up to that? Yes. Yeah, right. You look like you're one stiff breeze away from falling over, June. I think you'd better rest some more, alright? But, no arguing. You need your rest, so you just stay there. We'll handle this. Okay. I understand. Alright, time for some manly work. Let's get this coal into those furnaces. Alright, so I imagine we're going to go through some kind of like manly training montage, right? Where's the part where we like run up and down the stairs a bunch? Man, this is a lot of work. Alright, I think this should be sufficient. Alright, now we just gotta light it. Junpei, hand me your matches. What makes you think I have matches? I see. Then how are we gonna light it? Perhaps there's a device nearby that will allow us to remotely ignite the coal. Let's take a look, shall we? Some sort of ignition device, huh? Maybe it's the thing that set attention on it. No more coal, right? We don't need any? It's coal, like... Alright. That big? Yeah, no, honestly, a box of coal that big, I would imagine that to be like a two-person carry minimum. I actually didn't mean to look at these wooden boxes. I meant to click on the stairs. Okay. Let's try the big lever. Is this... I think it might be. It probably is. I think this is how we might ignite the furnace. That means that if we move that thing down... Alright, let's do it. Here we go. The red lights are gone, by the way. Hey, Junpei, Ace, look at this. There's big gears turning under the boiler here. Nice, triple view? Interesting. The gears. They're spinning. What the hell are you guys waiting for? Let's start looking. Okay. Gold disc with some interesting looking lines on it. The gold disc. It has a number of lines engraved on it. I can make out 3 colors here. Red, blue, and black. I wonder what they mean. That's a good question. I've got a feeling that we're going to find out. Junpei, the gold disc we found. Do you remember where it was when we found it? I think it was on the bottom left. Why? Oh, I was just thinking. Yeah, well, I need you to stop with your thinking. It's not helping. Oh, I think there's a, like a red gear here we missed from before. Or bronze gear. The bronze gear. If we turn it 180 degrees, the section of it that was hidden under the floor comes into view. Bronze disc. The bronze disc. It has a bunch of lines in it in 3 different colors. Red, blue, and black. Silver gear. And the silver disc. The silver disc. It has a bunch of lines in it, but the red ones really stand out, right? The red ones, huh? I feel like we're almost done. This room... There's a lot of room, like there's a lot of movement. But there's not a lot of puzzles, it feels like. I'm not in the right place right now. There we go. Looks like this thing unlocks the door. There's a depression here that looks like it's the outline of 3 circles laid on top of each other in a triangle. Maybe if we put those 3 discs we found into this thing. Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's stick them in. Huh? That's odd. Nothing's happening. Maybe you're, I don't know, putting them in the wrong places. Perhaps you have them facing the wrong directions. Perhaps you should rotate the disc to make some of the lines connect to one another. Well, no harm in trying. Okay, when the disc is clicked, it will rotate a certain amount. When the white arrow is clicked, the discs are switched. Please note when the discs are switched, the angles for the discs are reset. Alright, so I'm going to assume we're going to go with the original orientations. So we need to get the gold disc down here. I do not remember the location of the bronze and the silver disc. So they're in one of those 2 spots. Either way, it looks like if we put these together, there's a sun. Although that doesn't look right, so maybe it's not the sun we're trying to make. Maybe it's this blue thing. And it could just be that, like I was saying, I have these in the wrong orientation. The sun seems like the most obvious symbol, though. Like, I'm supposed to make it. So let's swap these 2 real quick. Yep, that's right. Okay. The red lines on these discs. I think maybe I can make a star polygon with these. Alright. That was, I would say it's a pretty easy room, actually. There's a lot of movement, but there really wasn't a lot of puzzles.
Yes! The door's open!
There was like, you know, like the pulley doesn't go here. Maybe it goes on the other pulley. I don't know if that's really a puzzle. There's the put the box into the box-shaped hole. Not really sure if that was a puzzle. Put the coal into the hole where the coal goes. Probably not a puzzle either. And then, you know, one of the only other things in the room, pull some levers. That seems to work. Pull some discs out. The only real puzzle was we had to make a shape. That's sort of a puzzle. Anyway. Given the circumstances, Junpei's happiness was certainly understandable. Ace seemed to share in his excitement.
All right, Junpei. Why don't you go get June now? Santa and I will keep an eye on the store.
Don't want it running away. Santa snorted.
Why do we need to do that? Even if it shuts, we know how to solve the puzzle now. We could just open it again.
Well, I suppose that's true. Shall all three of us go and collect June then?
Nah, I'm cool. I'll let Junpei handle it.
He still seemed irritated by something, however, and sat down on the stairs petulantly.
So are you only interested in being contrary?
Ace sighed, with the air of a long-suffering parent.
All right, I'll go get June. I'll be right back.
He gave a quick nod to Ace and Santa and dashed off down the stairs. Before long, he was back on the first floor, next to the conveyor belt, in June.
Oh, Jumpy!
As he drew closer, she stood up slowly.
Are you okay?
He did his best to sound calm and nonchalant, but there was no hiding the genuine concern in his voice.
Yes, I'm fine now. I'm sorry I made you worry.
June blushed. He wasn't sure if she was embarrassed or still feverish.
Let me check.
Just to make sure, he reached out and put his hand against her forehead.
Good. You're feeling a lot better.
She was feeling far less warm than she had earlier, but she still wasn't down to what seemed normal to him.
Are you sure you're all right?
He had to be sure. June gave him a look.
Oh, you're such a warrior, Jumpy. Oops, I mean, warrior.
Good one. June giggled. He wasn't sure if she'd just made a joke or not. Seeing her smile again made Junpei feel at ease. If she was well enough to smile and laugh, then she really was feeling much better. He gave her a friendly poke in the forehead.
All right, let's go.
Go where?
Oh, right, I didn't tell you. We got the exit open, so...
Great! Let's go!
Yeah, I'll be right back, and then we come back and they're both dead. June clasped her hands and nodded urgently. They headed back to the exit, but on their way they found...
Oh, it's...
Santa?
Yeah, I remember this part. With Santa sitting on the stairs here. Looking brooding. Santa was sitting on the stairs. He was, however, holding something in his right hand and staring at it with a strange expression. Junpei and June slowed down and finally stopped in front of him.
What are you looking at?
Santa answered without looking up, his voice quiet.
It's a photo. It's my sister.
Sister? Santa, you've got a sister?
Santa simply nodded.
Yeah. Kid was cute as a button.
June cocked her head, confused.
She was only about an inch tall then?
Good one. Santa glared at her.
Oh, sorry. I guess an inch is a little large for a button. Probably more like a half inch.
Bad jokes. Santa didn't smile or laugh.
Sorry.
Why are you looking at it?
Am I not allowed to look at pictures? He simply turned back to his picture and spoke.
I was her Santa Claus.
Wait, what?
This sudden revelation took Junpei by surprise. He had no idea what Santa meant. He glanced at June, who shook her head. She didn't know either.
Have you ever heard the story of the two Santa Clauses? It goes that a long time ago, there were two Santas. One of them wore white, and the other one wore black. The white Santa gave presents to good kids, and the black Santa played tricks on bad kids. They went on like that for a while, but eventually the black Santa's tricks started to get worse and worse. Pretty soon, the white Santa couldn't stand it anymore, and he stabbed the black Santa to death.
I love this story. Tell me another story. I need to go to sleep.
When he stabbed the other Santa, the white Santa got blood all over his clothes. And that's why, these days, his clothes are red. You could say that red is all that's left of the Black Santa.
Junpei was silent. He could think of nothing to say because it's a really stupid sounding story. June was staring at Santa, sadness plain in her face. He continued.
I wonder which Santa I am. The White Santa or the Black Santa?
Aw.
Oh.
All right, let's go.
So why did you tell me that? Santa stood up suddenly, his downcast demeanor gone. He shoved the picture back into his pocket and headed back up the stairs, taking them two at a time.
Huh?
Huh? Junpei and June looked at one another. There was nothing they could think of to say.
Hey, what are you two doing?
That was a
Let's
weird
get
story.
moving. Come on.
Why did you tell us that? Santa's voice echoed across the room from above them.
Let's go.
Yeah.
They nodded and followed him quickly up the stairs. Ace was waiting for them at the top. Why is the door closed now? He was leaning against the handrail. He looked very tired.
Oh, you're finally back.
The door had shut, but it wasn't cause for concern.
Sorry we took so long.
Junpei quickly solved the disc puzzle a second time, and the door opened once again.
Let's go.
In single file, they walked through. After walking for nearly 15 feet, they found themselves in front of a metal door. It opened easily enough, and they passed through it as well. A new room stretched out before them.
Is this a warehouse?
What is this room? I forgot about this room.
No, I believe this is the cargo room. This must be where they store all of this vessel's freight.
There are wooden crates everywhere. I wonder how old they are.
It's coming back to me, but I legitimately did not remember this room. Junpei, Ace, and June had stopped unconsciously, pausing to take in their new surroundings. Santa's voice broke through their momentary trance.
Well, we probably ought to start with finding the exit, right? Let's get going.
Alright, another escape room. I guess that's the reason why that last one was so short. I legitimately did not remember this room. Like, I'm remembering it now. I'm remembering seeing some of these, backgrounds and such. But I didn't really remember it otherwise. This is the same music that played in the torture chamber as well. Kind of creepy music. Let's see if mouse thing... No, mouse thing's gone away temporarily. Let's enjoy it while it lasts. There are a bunch of bags here. I wonder what's in him. Card with headshot. That's probably important. A card with the ninth man's face printed on it. What's that? It's a card. It is the headshot, it has a headshot on it. A headshot? Yeah, I'm not really sure what purpose this could possibly serve. There's nothing in the bag. These crates are a little smaller than the others. They look like they're the children of the other crates. Junpei, that sounds like some sort of fairy tale. Really? I don't know, man. You ever think about how crates would What the... Junpei, what the heck? Doesn't sound like a fairy tale to me. Junpei, what are you talking about? Alright. That's kind of weird, I'm gonna be honest. I wonder what's inside all these crates. Junpei, look at the crate over there. There's something on it, isn't it? Yeah, it looks like a coffin. A coffin? Yeah, it seems kind of weird to find a coffin here, right? As if it's telling us search here. This is the only area with a fence around it. Junpei, you think you could take a look at that? Sorry, but no thanks. Why? I got a bad feeling about it. Okay, fine. I'll go. Please be careful, Santa. Yeah, but just in case. Wait, what's he gonna do with that screw? I don't see what throwing a screw at a fence is. Holy crap! This is... Oh, man. There's electricity running through that fence. Looks like it. Then we can't get to the other side. Well, we could jump off those crates, but we wouldn't be able to get back. Yeah, Junpei is a bit odd, isn't he? I think we can get over the fence by jumping on those crates. What are you saying, Jumpy? There's a huge electrical current flowing through that fence. If you do that, you won't be able to get back. Well, if I can move some of those crates over there... Are you even sure you can move them? What if they weigh too much? Then what are you going to do? Oh, yeah. Hadn't thought of that. Yeah, maybe not. Let's not do that yet anyway. These crates are quite large. They seem to be tied to one another with sturdy straps. Ideally, that's what you'd want in a ship. A box. There's nothing inside. Ah, there you go, Santa. A card with Santa's face printed on it. No, nothing? We're not going to talk about that? Alright. A little weird, I know, but whatever. Card with a headshot. Card with Seven's face. It's locked. We need the key. All the boxes have numbers on them. Do they... Oh. Ace bent down and picked up something that had been sitting next to the box. Junpei, take a look at this. Cards. Man, her hair is ridiculous. It's like clay or something. Says the pot to the kettle. Does this mean we need to collect the cards we don't have? Probably. Okay. There's some sort of liquid in these barrels. I'm not sure what it is, however. There's Junpei. Not cool, man. You took this picture without my permission. Looks pretty cool, though. You look really handsome in this picture. Hey, knock it off, lovebirds. What? We're not a couple? Not at all. Not in any way. And June. This must be... Oh no. Don't look at it. I'm not cute at all, and I'm not photogenic, and I don't look sexy either. Next to Clover, my skin looks gross. And I'm not sexy like Lotus. I know guys go for women who look like Lotus. But, I'm trying to. I'm doing the best I can. So please don't call me a board or a trash can or a cutting board. Oh, wait a minute. I haven't said anything like that, have I? Alright then. We've searched all the boxes. There's nothing in them. This door leads to the steam engine room. Alright. Snake. Is that Snake's card? Yeah, you want to see it? No, that's fine. And Clover. This is Clover's card. You know, looking at this photo, she's kind of cute, isn't she? Huh? What's up? Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. Why does her smile make me feel cold? Alright, so we're just missing, yeah, we have 8 of them. We're just missing aces now. There's There's nothing in that bag. I don't know what's in these barrels. Judging by their weight, perhaps a liquid of some sort. There's nothing in these crates. Card with headshot. There's Ace's card. You look like some kind of European lord. Oh, my headshot. You want to see it? It's actually a pretty good picture. No, I don't need to see it. In fact, we really ought to get back to our search. He looks so dashing in this one. Alright, so we have some stairs with, looks like a door and some sort of panel up there. These stairs, they go up 3 stories. What are you waiting for, Junpei? Whatever, I'm going. This is the only door here, except for the one we came in through. Then this is the exit. No crap, Sherlock. Of course it's locked. Is it an electronic lock? No, it's just a keyhole right into the doorknob. So to open this door, we've got to find the key that fits that keyhole. Yeah. Looks like it's covering something. It looks like some kind of little shutter. Maybe it'll open if we do something. What's going to come out of it if it does open? I'd like to know that. Well, there are 6 holes here. They look like jacks for a headphone cable. Jacks, huh? Then maybe if we put something in them. Yeah, something might happen. There's several lights here with numbers 1 to 9. Only the light with a 9 in it is lit. Okay. The monitor's off. I've got a green switch here and a red one and some kind of lever. None of them seem to do anything, though. Maybe the power's off? Yeah, maybe. There's a single green light in the bottom, though. That means... I don't know what that means. Oh, I think I remember this section now. Oh, we're getting the lag again if I keep moving. I'll keep going until it really starts slowing down, and then I'll go back, I guess. It's so much easier to play this with a mouse. The scaffolding that supports the staircase. There's a metal panel over the outside of the window. I can see the machine. The spinning light on top of its head looks kind of cute. Heavy looking metal box. There are 4 crates lined up at equal intervals. There's something that looks like a coffin. Yeah, I'm remembering this a little bit now. Okay, so we can do these now. We have all the cards.
Now we finally have all 9 picture cards. We just need to insert these cards into the slots at the front of each box.
Junpei stared at the cards in his hands. Ace peered over his shoulder at them.
You know which card goes in which box, yes?
Junpei gave him a look.
Yeah, of course I do. It's really obvious. You just match our numbers to the numbers, then you pop the corresponding card in the right box. So for instance, the card with the picture of Ace on it goes into box 1. The card with the picture of Snake on it goes into box 2, and so on.
Oh, I see.
Huh? What is it?
Junpei thought he might have imagined it, but he could have sworn Ace stiffened.
I'll leave the rest to you.
Hey, wait!
He quickly turned and walked away.
What's wrong with him? Oh well, whatever.
Doing his best to clear his mind for the task at hand, he turned back towards the boxes.
Time to solve the 9 boxes puzzle.
That was a little odd, I will agree. 9 cards with pictures in 9 boxes. Junpei stared at them for a moment and then began.
Ace's card is in box 1.
I mean, is
Snake's
this a
in
puzzle?
number 2.
I wouldn't say this is a puzzle. We're putting the number into the number box.
I just need to do the same for the rest. And finally, the 9th man's card into box 9.
All 9 box lids popped open at once.
Yeah, oh, they opened.
He peered inside.
What the?
In each box was a single pin.
9 pins?
They looked a little like sewing pins, but much thicker.
I guess I'll take them with me.
Junpei collected them all quickly and shoved them into his pocket. Okay. These look like the kind of pins you use for sewing. There are 9 of them in total, and they have numbers on them that run from 1 to 9. Yeah, it's really starting to chug now. I can see it, so back to the keyboard and mouse. Such a shame. It really is. I don't even know what the problem is, but it's not even worth investigating. Because there's an alternate control scheme that works just fine. Okay. There are 6 holes here. And it looks like the pins I just found would be a perfect fit for them. The ones you found in the 9 boxes, right? Well, why don't you try it? Alright, let's see what happens. I think 2, 4, and 6 should go in the top part. And 3, 5, and 7 on the bottom part. Why? Well, some of them lit up. Yeah, 3 and 6. I wonder if there's some kind of rule to determine which lights go on. Well, I put the 2, 4, and 6 pins on the top part, and the 3, 5, and 7 pins on the bottom. You think maybe it's the digital root? The digital root? 2 plus 4 plus 6 equals 12. The digital root of 12 is 3. Therefore, light 3 turns on. 3 plus 5 plus 7 equals 15. The digital root of 15 is 6. Therefore, light 6 turns on. Makes sense, right? I see. The lights that match the digital root of the pins inserted on the top and the lower parts will light up. So that's how it works. Well, there's one other thing I'd like to check. Well, if he wants to try, he's certainly welcome to. So, he put the 1, 2, and 3 on the top, and the 6, 8, 7, and 8 on the bottom. Oh. They turned off. 6, 7, 8, 21. The digital root of 21 is 3. Therefore, light 3 turns off. 1, 2, 3 equals 6. Is 6. The light 6 turns off. Oh, I get it now. If the digital root for the pins you insert is the same as the number of the lights that are lit, those lights turn off. Yeah, it looks like that's the trick. Alright, now we know how it works. You want to give it a try? Wait, you mean you know what we're supposed to do with these lights? Well, no, but I figure we could try and see if we can turn them all on, you know? I figure something's got to happen if we can manage that. Turn on the lights, huh? Okay, Junpei, let's make sure we know how this works, alright? Pick one of the 6 holes, yep. I'm gonna skip through this, it's pretty obvious. Let's do it. So, I'm gonna go ahead and try to use my mouse here since there's nothing really moving on the screen anyway. Did that not... Oh, I see. The top can only correspond to the top, and the bottom can only correspond to the bottom. I mean, for the first ones, I can just kind of guess at numbers, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's do 10 on the top. That'll be 1. And then, I guess 8. We probably need to, unless we can get 8, which we cannot with the remaining pins. Can we get 18? No, sorry. 18 would be 9. Can we get 17? Eight plus 6 is 14. Plus 3 is 17. I think that would work. Okay. And then 4 and 5. We'll probably need to hit 13. Well, no, those both have to be on top. Oh, I see. That's part of the puzzle, is I'll have to turn something off on the bottom, unless I can just enter in a number that's not on the bottom and it shouldn't have a problem. Maybe? 13. Let's see. I mean, there's multiple options for that, I would think, right? And then let's just make sure to enter a number that's not on the bottom. Can we, I don't know, like 12 or 13 or 14 or 11 or even 10. Yeah, there's a lot of options. Let's see, 5, 3, let's see, 5, 6, and 1 would be 12, which would be 3. Let's try that. So that does turn that off. Okay. Whoops. All right, let's get 14. Oh no, I'm starting to blink. Oh, I did it! I did it by accident! Go me! F. Yep, I gotta go back to keyboard. All the lights are on and the shutters opened up. Hey, does that mean... Yeah, we gotta do it again. Man, and I thought I was doing so well. Alright, so this is going to be, oh, what was that called? Hexadecimal. It's going to be hexadecimal. Do I have a file on that still so I can reference that? That would be nice if I did. I'm thinking I do not have hexadecimal reference. I may have to look that up. Oh, isn't it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, A11, B12, C13, D14, E15, F16? Maybe? I'm not entirely sure. Whoop. I don't know what I just did. I started pushing buttons. Okay, so we got 9 holes. And there's an F above them. I don't know what the F means, but I do know one thing. What's that? This time there are 9 holes. So we need to insert 9 pins. Man, that's boring. Well, why don't you just try it, alright? Yeah, we're gonna go back to mouse for this. I know it will lag a little bit, but as long as I have enough breaks, it won't actually cut the music. Oh, right. This is like Sudoku. This is Sudoku. You have to see. You can see the lines connecting them. You're supposed to get a 9 in every direction, I believe. But assumedly by digital route, I would assume. I don't know. And I may have to look this up. I feel like I probably had to look this up before. But I'm going to give it a couple tries, see if I can think about it. And I will say once again, like I said before, I've never been good at Sudoku. I tried to learn, and it doesn't make sense in my brain. Like I don't get it. Okay, that's probably not right. Or does it relate to the F? I don't know. Honestly, I got nothing. Nope. I'm gonna back up and see if they give me a clue. I'd like to avoid having to, F me. Okay, so F is 15. I thought it was 16. Okay. 15. 15 in base 10 is F and hex. You're right. That's gotta be it. Alright, let's give this one more shot. So the number's 15. The key is going to be the middle number. So let's just start plugging some stuff in. Okay. So that would be 15. See, this is where I'm trying to do this from multiple angles, and it just hurts. It hurts my brain. Okay. It's 7. Am I accidentally solving this? No. No, I'm not accidentally solving this. Because 6 plus 3 is 9. I would need another 6. It was making sense until right there, though. I guess there's no real orientation to this. You could, like, spin this. There's probably multiple solutions to this. Alright, last try. I'm not going to waste your time anymore. Last try here. So that was, yeah, that's where I needed another 6. So let's not put 6 in the middle. Because that ruins something elsewhere. Can we put 5 in the middle? I think that might be the way to do it, honestly, is put each pin in the middle and see if you can solve it. And if you run into, like, a doesn't work thing, then maybe... I think the middle pin's where you need to start from. Maybe. Eight. Seven. And that doesn't work either. Okay. Because I'm like, oh, we need a 10 there. It might not even be the middle pin thing. Okay. I am going to look this up. Give me just one moment. Got my my tablet right here. I figured we'd need this at some point, so I figured I'd keep it around for these streams. Let's see. Let's call this 999 cargo room? Yeah. Cargo hold puzzle. That's probably it. Okay. So every row and column and diagonal adds up to 15. So they give me a solution. I have a feeling there's more than one. Okay. So top, we put 2. So I was right with the middle being 5. Top, we put 2. 9, and 4. And that equals 15. Middle is 5. And we would need a 1 down here for that. Okay. I'm kind of just walking my way through the puzzle now that I know, like, the basic structure here. Okay. 5 plus 4 is 9. So we need a 6, 4 to get to 15. That's 8. So you need a 7. 12. 3, and 8. Okay. I feel like if you did keep trying it, you could eventually figure it out. But I also feel like that could be a 15 to 20 minute kind of thing, you know? Anyway, back to mouse and keyboard. There we go. All pins inserted, all lights lit. We did it. The power's on now. Looks like there's electricity going to the monitor on top now. Alright, let's see if we can activate the device on top. I'm doing pretty well, thank you. A green button, a red button, and a lever. I wonder what these do. I think this might help. What the hell is this? Where did he find this? What is that? Where'd you find it? I found it when you were messing around with the pinholes. It looks like instructions for this thing. According to what it says here, this thing's a remote control for that. That? Yeah, that. What's he put? Oh, that machine over there. Apparently it's called the Pushmaster 5000. Are you serious? Whatever. So, what are we supposed to do with the Pushmaster 5000? You see the coffin over on top of the crates? Yeah? Don't you want to know what the deal with it is? I do. You want to check it out? Yeah? Alright, how do you think we're going to get there? Well, there were some crates on the right side of the fence that someone piled up like stairs. Maybe if we make a path to the coffin from there. How would we do that? Line up the crates? I guess? Yeah, that sounds about right. I guess this is just another of Zero's puzzles. Yeah. Anyway, let's give it a shot. Oh, looks like the Pushmaster 5000 runs off a battery. So to keep it from using up its energy too fast, it's been programmed so that it'll only start moving once its path has been completely programmed in. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Pushmaster 5000 here, okay. Let's take a look at that file real quick. That's flowchart. You simulate your actions before carrying them out. You can move in 4 directions, you cannot move diagonally. The Pushmaster 5000 move count exceeds the battery life, it will be reset. Cannot lift heavy objects. So those black metal crates we cannot move, we can move wooden crates. Reset, back, and start command. Alright. The monitor shows a top-down view of the area where we can move the machine. Once I want to send my orders to the Pushmaster 5000, I just pull the lever. Alright, let's give it a try. Sure thing. Just keep in mind that there's a limit on the battery, alright? The battery dies after 50 moves. At least that's what it says in the manual. 50 moves, huh? Also, keep in mind that the Pushmaster 5000 can't move the heavy metal crates, okay? Got it. Alright. We gotta fill in the yellow areas to make ourselves a path. I feel like I didn't do too well on this one. But I don't know. Okay, so let's think about what we can't do. We do have hints. Right, that's just that. If we push a block completely into a corner, then we cannot push it back. This is just a block pushing puzzle. So one of our 2 moves needs to be not to go in the middle here, but to go either up or down. Okay. And I think it said we can push up to 1 block at a time. So I can't do this again. No. Okay. Trying to figure out where we would go from here. I'm going to try it a few times, and if I can't figure it out, I'm going to look it up. Is it the same case for the other side? Okay, I think I see a solution to one of these. Let's reset. Okay. I think I've got... Okay. Okay. Some of that's starting to make a little bit of sense. Okay. I can't help but feel like I might have gotten myself stuck here. I think I got myself stuck here, because what's going to happen is I can get one of these blocks into the right position, but then I can't actually push anything here or there, so... I feel like I'm sort of getting it, though. Okay, I think I see. So, in order to get a block into this one position here, I'm going to have to push it from within the yellow zone. Which means I have to get a block into this spot, I think. And be able to access this way in order to do that. So how would I go about doing that? Hey, how's it going? If it makes you feel better, I'm not really doing very good right now. I think I might have figured it out, though, maybe. I might have missed a few moves that I needed here. Okay, so that spot's filled now. Yeah, I'm definitely going over my move count here. Okay, so we went through the boiler room last. There really wasn't any... Like, that's when the stream started. There wasn't really anything terribly interesting in there. There wasn't really even puzzles, really. It was just a lot of movement. And now we're in the cargo room, which is directly adjacent to that room, basically. And, we solved some puzzles in here so far. We got, we had to solve, like, a Sudoku-ish puzzle and a digital root puzzle. And now we're doing a block pushing puzzle. And that's about where we're at. Okay. I think I've sort of got what I need to do here. I might be exceeding the move count, though, to be honest. Why do I have 51 moves now? Is the game taking pity on me? Oh no. Okay. Maybe there's another way I could do this. I've never been particularly good at block pushing puzzles. I've already messed it up. Yeah, I've already messed it up. Okay. Oh, man. I feel like I had to look this one up last time when I played it on DS. But this feels right. What I'm doing right here, up till this point, this feels right. There's just too much movement. Like, there's too much moving around, setting the stuff up, you know? And I forgot to push that block back. Okay. I really want to get it. You know, I'll feel really good if I can get this. Right, okay. I forgot a step I was doing earlier. Okay. Just give me a few minutes, okay? If I can't solve it in a couple minutes, then I'll look up a guide. I mean, I have a guide pulled up. I just don't want to look it up. So that's the problem, is to get that one block, this block right here filled, because I can't directly push it in from this side. This is the only way, as far as I can tell, to do it, is you have to get a block into where I'm currently sitting at, and then push it from this block below. That's the only way I believe you can get that spot in there. So whatever setup we do has to involve, I believe, doing this first. The rest of this is pretty easy. It's just I only have 20 moves left. Yeah. So there's got to be some trick I'm missing. Let me just look at it for a minute. So it makes the most sense to me if I start off with the moves that I can do that won't immediately lead to failure. It's one of these two moves. And if I start with this top block up here, it gets stuck even easier, and I don't know how to fix that one. I mean, let me explore that top block for a minute and see if something I'm missing here. So the only thing that I can do possibly productive is push that down. Nope, and I'm stuck. Alright, gonna look it up. Sorry. Don't want to waste everybody's time, but you know how it is. It's always fun to do these sort of things. Okay. So you can get it solved in 44 moves, it looks like. So I'm basically just following a pretty much text guide that lists move number. Okay. I'm also going to use the mouse here, since there's not really too much going on, so you may see... Yeah, I don't know if I want that blurry movement. Okay, so up. So I guess it does start with up. Right. Up. Right, right. Okay, so maybe I was wrong. Down. Right. Down, down, down. Left, left. Up, right. Down, right, up. So I was right about that box. Okay. Left, left. Down. Left. Up. Left. Up, right. Right, right. Ah. Okay. Down. Left, down, right. Up, left. Wait, did I miss a step? Down, left, down, right, right, right. Okay. You know, I feel like I had something going there a little bit, but I guess I was just focusing too much on the wrong solution and not giving the other one enough thought to figure it out. Okay, I'm done putting in the program. What do I do next? Just be quiet and watch. See, it's moving already. The Push Mover 9000 bot. Awesome, the Push Master 5000 did just what I told it to and lined up all the crates. Great, now we can reach the coffin. We just need to climb those crates over by the fence. I remember there being a block pushing puzzle in Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess in the Snow Peak Mountains, and also not being able to solve that one very well. I think one of them I managed to solve, but that was just kind of random chance. I just kept doing it until I figured it out, you know? Alright. And coffin. Oh, this is kind of spooky.
Mummy! Just kidding.
Really?
Whatever. Just open it.
Okay, okay.
A small key and
It's a gun.
gun?
Yeah, a revolver.
It looks pretty old.
I wonder if this is a replica.
This thing is... Are these real bullets?
Why do I have green or blue stuff on my screen?
Oh, if this is real... Oh.
You're not gonna take it?
Of course not. All something like this is gonna do is cause more trouble. It's a powerful weapon that gives one person a huge advantage. Something like that would be way too dangerous to have around. We're in enough danger already.
What if there's a puzzle later where you have to, like, shoot a target on the ceiling? What are you gonna do then?
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Maybe Zero put this gun here, hoping that something like that might happen. In other words, maybe he put it here to make us fight each other.
In that case, we should most certainly leave it here. I, for one, have no desire to let Zero control me.
I mean, I get that, but what if we, I don't know, like, what if we just, like, throw it somewhere that nobody can reach? That seems like a good idea. Better than just leaving it here.
Me neither.
Okay, we've got that figured out. But you aren't gonna leave that key in there, are you?
Of course not. We'll take that with us.
Rusty key. Rusty key. Maybe I can use this. Yeah, so this room had at least more puzzles than the last room. Last room, it's like nothing. This one had a couple of puzzles, even if I would argue there wasn't a lot going on in this room. Let's just put this key in here and yes, sounds like that did it. Yay! Looks like it's open, Jumpy. I see. This key should open this door. Hey, what are you waiting for? Let's go. Yes, it's opening. I failed both puzzles. Those just aren't my puzzles.
A long
to be
hallway,
honest.
huh?
Let's check it out.
We've seen this elevator before.
We got off the one on the left just a little while ago.
Then we went through the number 6 door, and that took us to the engine room.
Yes, and after that we passed through the cargo room.
I mean, I failed in the sense that I wasn't able to figure out the puzzle myself. I had to look up guides for both of them.
And now we're back here.
In other words, we made a loop. We're back where we started. We needed a card to get to this point.
I don't see a card reader here.
Perhaps we aren't able to activate it from this location.
Why don't you just try pushing the button?
Yeah. It works.
Does this actually take us to a new location, or
I
does it
think
just
so.
take us back?
Good. Now we can go back if we need to.
What do we do? Should we return to C deck?
Did we actually gain anything by going in here? I feel like we didn't.
No, this hallway keeps going.
Oh, no, okay.
Even if we do end up going back, I think we should see what's down there first.
I agree. Let's go. Looks like it ends here.
Only one door.
There isn't anything else. It's the only way to go.
All right, let's open it.
Oh.
The 9 door.
Oh, that's what we needed.
Of course it wouldn't be that easy. Vacant. Huh. We finally found it.
Jumpy!
Huh?
Look! Behind you!
What? A 9 door. There's another one. Why? It's 9, no matter how you look at it. The red is there too. So this is a real one? Why? Why the hell are there 2 doors?
There were always 2 doors. I mean, if you think about it, Zero never actually said there was only one door with a 9 on it.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out.
Seek a
Seek a
way
door that carries a 9.
Of course, we just assumed that there was only one. After all, why would there be more than one?
Oh, man. We fell for it.
Why do I have blue on my face? Yeah, don't look at it upside down.
There are 2 doors. That means that all 9 people who had met at the central staircase could escape. No one would be left behind. Now it makes sense why the bracelets are numbers. 1 through 9. Divided into teams of 4 and 5 people. The digital root of both teams ends up being 9. Take 1278 and 34569 for example. The digital root for both teams would be 9. Or 2349 and 15678. The digital root is still 9. There are a bunch of combinations that work and they all end up the same way. If one team has the digital root of 9, so would the other one. What does that mean? The answer's simple. From the very beginning, the Nonary game was designed to save all 9 people. That's how it was meant to be. Zero didn't lie. He never said there'd be only one 9 door. But anyone who'd found themselves in the game would have assumed that was the case. Fights would have broken out. One team would likely betray or deceive the other. Someone might be hurt. Someone might get killed. But eventually, they'd reach this very same room and realize how pointless all their infighting was. There were 2 doors. There was no need to kill each other. This game was designed for that purpose. This Nonary game. We were all arguing and fighting over doors at the beginning. But if there had been one slip up, one tiny mistake that led to more, everything could have been so much worse now.
So, what are we going to do, Junpei?
Huh? Oh, right.
Hey, keep it together, man.
Sorry.
Jeez. So what do we do?
What do you...
We need to think about our next step.
Our numbers are 1, 3, 5, and 6. That's a digital root of 6.
The 4 of us can't open the number 9 door.
The 4. Wait. Don't tell me.
Yep. There's one combination that'll let 3 of us open the 9 door. That's why I'm asking, what now?
What now? No, we gotta go back.
Yep.
I agree. We cannot leave June behind.
Are you sure? I don't mind staying.
I mean, I would mind staying.
It's okay. There's no way we'd leave you behind.
Yeah, he's got a really thin scarf, doesn't he? That's like, he's got like some cloth straps just wrapped around his neck.
Besides, I'd rather drown at the bottom of the ocean than escape with this sausage fest. Maybe I'll get to go to Atlanta.
Are you sure you don't mean Atlantis?
Huh? Oh, right.
Good joke, Junpei, or Ace.
You guys.
Very well. Best we head back to C-Deck then. We should be able to take the elevator we passed earlier. Perhaps Clover, 7, and Lotus will have returned from door 1.
But even with all 7 of us,
Standing around here isn't going to accomplish anything, don't you agree? Let's find the other 3 first, and then search for another solution.
I guess you're right.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
Man, I wish I had the ability to calculate digital roots in my head on the fly like that. Yeah, I can do it, obviously, though I feel like I do a lot better on paper with that sort of thing, and it would still take me some time.
Come to think of it, what is this room? We were so focused on the doors, we didn't even look around.
This is an odd room, isn't it?
Huh.
Looks like a chapel.
It looks like it's set up for some kind of ceremony.
Yeah.
But what kind?
And it's weird, because, like, you know, most of these other rooms have made sense in the context of, you know, the original purpose of the ship, although I would say the hospital room probably wasn't originally a hospital. It was probably like a dining room or something, I would guess. But most of the rest of these rooms have had, you know, like fixtures and items in them that seem like they were part of their original purpose. Maybe, I don't know. Do you think they tortured people on the Titanic or the sister ship? Maybe. But this is a weird room. I guess maybe, you know, you still want to be able to go to religious services while you're at sea. Maybe.
A coffin?
It is kind of spooky.
What on earth is a coffin doing in a place like this?
Hey, Junpei, the hell are you doing? Let's move.
Right, okay. I'll be right there.
Marsha Marsh? Marsha Marsh. Alright, so we're gonna ignore that, because that was kind of creepy.
Look, it's...
7 and Lotus.
We've got a problem.
Clover is gone.
What? What do you mean, gone?
Did she get stuck in the coffin?
When?
How? I don't even know.
Why?
You two went into door 1 with Clover, didn't you?
Yeah, we went through the door together.
But Clover barely spoke to us.
She just did her own thing the whole time.
Huh.
There were 4 rooms on the other side of door 1.
She wouldn't let us into the 4th room.
She just said, I'll take care of this one.
And shut the door.
She must have blocked it with something on the other side.
We waited for a while, but Clover didn't come out.
We called for her, but she didn't answer.
Oh, she dead.
So I kicked down the door and we went into the room.
but
It was empty.
Clover wasn't there,
There was a door on the other wall.
and it was open.
We figure she opened the door and left by herself.
We ran after her, of course, but
Obviously, we didn't find her. We figured that much out.
Clover's gone.
When did this happen?
We got here just before you.
You certainly have excellent timing.
So you haven't searched anywhere other than near the staircase?
No, we haven't.
Very well then. We'd best separate and look for Clover. We haven't much time left. Let's begin.
Yeah.
Everyone going their separate ways always turns out good, I think.
No, she isn't.
There's no sign of her. Let's go. All right, I'm thinking we should probably split up. I'll head back to the stairs and take the elevator down to E deck. June, you can take the stairs up to B deck.
All right, that sounds good. But,
What?
could you stop calling me by that code name when we're alone?
Huh? Sure, right. I'll do that.
Jumpy.
No, it's nothing.
All right, I'm going then.
Yeah, be careful, Kane.
You be careful too, Jumpy.
Yeah, got it. Take care.
And that was the last we ever saw each other alive. Tragedy always strikes when one least expects it. Oh no, this is bad stuff. But to wait for a man to stand before striking him down seems almost crueler than dealing the fatal blow while he lies on the ground. A light in a dark place, June's smile had given him hope, both for escape and possibly for something else. It was that hope that raised his spirits just enough that they might soon be fully dashed. He opened the elevator door, and there she was. A woman sat, slouched against the wall. Lotus. Junpei felt his blood turn to ice. Her body was limp, and her skin, smooth and pale as always, was covered in bright red blood. Yep, I told you this is what happens when you separate. I get it's a big ship, but I don't know. We already found one person mysteriously killed. I really wouldn't trust any of these people, like, alone. Junpei felt his chest constrict. He couldn't breathe and his legs began to shake. A slow, cold drop of sweat trickled down his back. He felt his stomach somersault. Junpei's mind went blank. All his thoughts replaced with endless hissing white. Driven by little more than instinct, he began to walk towards Lotus, slowly. Each slow movement of his stiff limbs brought him closer to her corpse. Finally, he stood next to her. Robotically, he bent down and put his hand against her neck. There was no pulse, no rise and fall of breathing. She was slightly warm. Something, somewhere in Junpei's shaken mind, it told him that meant she'd been killed recently. Well, of course, you just saw her not that long ago. Yes, Junpei thought, his mind slowly returning. She'd been killed. Someone had killed her. There was a deep cut on the left side of her chest. Blood still oozed from it, although clearly her heart had stopped beating some time ago. The weapon had been a knife, then? Perhaps she'd been stabbed in the heart, once. She would have died immediately. He took little comfort from knowing she must have suffered very little. Only then did Junpei notice. Lotus's bracelet was gone.
Lastly, the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so.
Can you speak a little clearly?
1. You escape from this ship. 2. More hotly, in other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the convoy of the ship, or the panic that if Mary's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
Darth Zero, yeah, pretty much. Was that why the killer had ended Lotus's life? So that they might have the number 8 bracelet? If that was true, then the killer was whoever wanted the number 8 bracelet. Or perhaps more accurately, the person who would gain the most by obtaining bracelet number 8. Who is that? Who would benefit the most from the number 8 bracelet? The thought had only just entered Junpei's mind when... Oh. He heard a noise. A sound like a sharp knife cutting through wet meat. Unfortunately, he was the wet meat. It struck him as strange that the noise came from inside his own body. A moment later, the pain hit him. It wasn't merely pain. There was heat, extreme heat as well. He felt as though molten iron had been splashed against the side of his body. Finally, his brain made the connection. He'd been stabbed. But where? His body was quickly going numb. He couldn't even tell where the knife had met his flesh. Given the circumstances, however, he'd most likely been stabbed in the back. Whoever had killed Lotus had now done the same to Junpei as well. His voice was a little more than a weak groan. With what little strength he had left, Junpei turned his body, trying to catch a glimpse of his attacker. But as he did, the knife dug itself in deeper, twisting viciously. He collapsed to the floor, a puppet with its strings cut. His arms and legs lay where they fell, oddly twisted and awkwardly positioned. Junpei's body was entirely numb. He could feel the blood leaking out of him, but nothing would move. Nothing save his eyes. As he lay on the floor, his life ebbing away, Junpei finally saw his attacker. 2 tiny images of the killer, reflected in his eyes. With that recognition came... nothing. He felt no emotions. Not anger, not sadness, not regret. The paralysis that had claimed his body had reached his mind. His killer glanced down at his body. Then, without a word, climbed into the elevator and was gone. His eyesight began to fade. The world grew blurry and grew blurry and began to dissolve into an empty white fog. The fog crept into the edges of his mind and worked inexorably inward. Soon it swallowed up the last that remained of Junpei's mind, and his consciousness left him. There was nothing more. Into utter emptiness he fell. Into zero. Whatever Junpei had been was gone. Bado Indo. Alright. I kind of thought that was going to be a different ending, but I couldn't quite remember where it was. Knife ending. Okay. Cut and run. Yeah, we're going to save that. Alright. So, let's see. A good first ending because it's so unsatisfying and leaves you curious. Fair enough. I like the submarine as a first ending, but I could see that one being a good first ending as well. So, oh yeah, it's going to do laggy scrolling. Yeah, one thing that I did discover by talking to a friend is for the final ending, there are some choices that we have to have made. Now, unlike in the original game where you literally had to start from the beginning and make those choices and run through all those puzzles and everything, there's actually a way that we can change it on the fly. There's a way you can change it on the fly by apparently starting up one of these, for example, and then once it's been started, going back to flowchart, you'll see you'll see we've actually changed from the right route to the left route, so that's how we can make our decisions a lot easier, and I don't have to play through the whole thing. So I'm actually pretty excited about that. Okay, so as you can see, though, we actually are a pretty good chunk of the way through the game now. Sorry about the lag, it's that stupid mouse thing. But we're almost done, and there's no real music, so it's not like it's going to cut anything out. So we have the 3, the 7, and the 8 doors. I think next time... I think next time we will go back, all the way back to the 3, 7, and 8 doors. We've picked the 3 door. We picked the 7 door. So I guess there's the 8 door left. Why is it going all the way back like that? I don't want that. Yeah, no, I do truly appreciate the quality of life improvements they've made in this. It is massively better. But yeah, we'll take the 8 door. And then, I guess, skip forward a little bit until we get to the option to make another choice here between the 1, 6, and 2 doors. I am, at a very base level, curious of going back through the 2 door to see if anything's different. But I feel like there's not. And in that case, we can... yeah, here. We can just do that and avoid that. In that case, if that doesn't do anything, we can go through the 1 door, get this route, and end up with these 2 things. Now, it looks like we have something locked here. I believe that has to do... Yeah. That has to do with something that we've done earlier. Or didn't do earlier. So that's going to be it for tonight. Do I plan on replaying Virtue's Last Reward? I'm going to be honest, not really. 999 felt like a fun replay to me. Because 999's not that long of a game, relatively speaking. You know, it's... If you were to sit down and do it all in one sitting, especially with these quality of life things where you don't have to replay everything, you could probably do it in like 10 hours. Maybe, I might be a little off on that. It might be like 12, but you could feasibly have like a day off and then be like, yeah, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to do it in one go, you know, or I'll do it in 2 halves. I'll do 4 hours tonight, 5 hours tonight, and 5 hours the next night, you know? You could not do Virtue's Last Reward in any reasonably quick time frame. I don't remember how many parts my Virtue's Last Reward thing had. I'm actually going to go look it up because I'm curious right now. But it was long. Let's see. I can go look at my playlist. That'll probably be the fastest way. Yeah. Although I have quite a few playlists, so this might take me a second. This was... Virtue's Last Reward was a while ago. Yeah, there's 0 time to limit, so it's even farther back than that. Virtue's Last Reward. I had 97 videos in that set. Let me see if this immediately starts trying to play them. No, it doesn't. Okay. 97 videos. Quite a number of episodes. I think these are all about half... Yeah, these are all about half-hour videos. So you got to think about that. That's 97. That was, yeah, that took me 50 hours. Now, mind you, 50 hours is, you know, 50 hours is with me talking. So I'm sure if you played it by yourself and you kind of went through it quickly, you could probably do it in like 40-ish, maybe 38, maybe. That's a long game. And I'm going to be honest, I don't care as much for Virtue's Last Reward. Just in the sense that Virtue's Last Reward, it does some cool things, but it's such a long experience that by the end of the experience, I've forgotten about a lot of things that happened in the beginning, and that's bad, honestly. And I think you could do 50 hours in a visual novel. There's still, like, I don't know how long Steins Gate was. That was probably like 25 to 30-ish. I think you can do 50 hours in a visual novel. I don't think you can do 50 hours in a visual novel that requires you to pay a lot of attention to things, you know? Anyway. So, yeah, definitely, we're going to play through the entirety of 999. As far as I understand, Virtue's Last Reward didn't really get any upgrades in terms of... yeah, it was definitely... Yeah, Steins Gate was shorter. Virtue's Last Reward didn't get any, like, visual upgrades or audio upgrades, I don't think. I might be mistaken on that, but I don't think it did. 999 is kind of where it got that, and that's kind of why I wanted to replay it, was to get that and, you know, re-get this experience again, but... I'm not doing a replay of a 50-hour game. I'm not. I'll do it of a 10-hour game. So anyway, back to 999. Some of the interesting things we figured out this time are that Junpei kind of went over that idea that somebody would have benefited from the number 8 bracelet. And maybe that would be sort of the way you'd want to think about it. Who would benefit from the number 8 bracelet? I don't know off the top of my head. Because I'm not good at, you know, making digital roots off the top of my head. But there's a 9 door. There's a lot of combinations among the people remaining to make a 9 door. If I'm not mistaken, within the rules, everyone... Well... Let's see. I think Snake's bracelet disappeared. I think so. So I guess there's less combinations, but I think, you know, that even without the 9th man, you could still make it through with everybody, because adding a 9 to a digital root, all that does is keep the same digital root. So I think the key takeaway from this is who would benefit from that number 8 bracelet. I don't know. When will the killer be revealed? We might find out a little more about that. I don't think we'll find out about it in the next stream, but we'll probably find out about it maybe in the next 2 streams, I would say. Depends on how far I get in this next stream. If it's another 2 hours, I could see us not quite getting to that point, but we'll probably find out a little bit more in the next 2 streams, I would say. So anyway, thank you guys for joining in. I don't know when the next one will be. You know, schedule's just been pretty erratic lately, but it'll probably be another, you know, this time at a Wednesday or a Friday or maybe on a weekend. I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for coming in and watching and listening. I do appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good evening.